Good morning, everybody. This is Jake from jakeandjoy.com. I'm out in the woods camping. And today we're going to be talking about mindset. We're finishing up the 4-part series that we've been doing on mindset. And here's my mama ninja, my mama. I'm going to add her on. But we're going to be talking about investing in yourself today. So let me grab her on here. Let us know where you are tuning in from. Comment, give us a comment.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Joy, the other half of jakeandjoy.com, and I'm sure Jake already told you today we are going to finish up our 4-part series on mindset, and we're really going to talk about investing in yourself today. So hold on, because that's what we're going to talk about. Okay, welcome as you're jumping on. If you want to tell us where you're coming in from. Hi, Mindy. Nice to have you. So investing in yourself. You know that, like, a lot of times when we say invest, you think money. You think, how much is this going to cost me? And one of the things I love about when people join our business is they want to know how much this is going to cost. And what we want to let them know is that the startup costs for our business anyway are very minimal, but we want them to understand that there's money to invest in themselves and there's time to invest in themselves. So both time and investing. And I'd like to go back to when Jake was little. So when she was a little girl and I was in my business, I didn't have any money at all. You know my story. I was living in my sister's basement. That's a true story. But I saw my child had a huge desire to become good at sports, and she really had a lot of talent. And like I said, we didn't have a lot of money, but I found ways to get her training that were either inexpensive or free if she would do the dedication of practicing and showing up. So we found, hi Lisa, so we found more and more opportunities to get Jake training, and it was that mentorship that really had her propel herself into this greatness that had her become a 2-sport Division I athlete. Now, there was a lot of other stuff that had to go into that besides the money part, besides me driving her around. It was Jake's commitment. And Jake, you want to talk about that a little bit? I mean, like you as a little 7-year-old, some people may feel like that as they're beginning their network marketing or online marketing business, that you're just young. Like, how do I figure out how to invest in myself, right? And what do I do with this?
Yeah, totally. You know, that sweat equity thing is really huge. You know, you like my mom was saying, you may not have a ton of funds to go, you know, investing in a coach or, you know, in a bunch of programs, but you can do so much with just effort, sweat equity. And so, you know, as a little kid trying to get good at sports, you know, I was spent hours and hours and hours outside shooting baskets and just like getting comfortable with the basketball, getting comfortable with a volleyball, and like all of that stuff I could do on my own. It didn't require anybody to help me or tell me what to do, or it didn't require any coaching. And then we took on a little bit of mindset training that was free, that we played a sports psychology mindset tape every night when I went to sleep.
And it did cost something, and you know, I had to actually buy. Yeah. So there are like little things you can do in the beginning that you can find things that are, you know, $100 or less. We bought a beat up basketball hoop. You have to have some equipment, investing in shoes, but finding good deals on them. So yeah, so sorry, go ahead.
No, it's good. And you know, and now with YouTube, there's all kinds of free trainings and meditations and mindset stuff. There's tons of free stuff on there. So, you know, you don't have to think of it like I'm gonna have to invest tens of thousands of dollars at the beginning of my business. I can, if I decide to dedicate my time, I can do a lot with sweat equity. And I think that's where a lot of people get like hung up, is they want to reach the goal that they have set in mind, but they don't want to put in the effort that's actually going to take.
That's true everywhere. Like I think about Jake and I are involved in an online marketing mentorship program, and you can get involved with this mentorship program for as little as $27, but very few people will actually take it on. Now we've invested thousands and thousands, but what we see is that even people that invest thousands don't necessarily take on the time that it takes to learn those skills. So it's really important. And in this business, we feel that there are 3 areas that you really need to invest in yourself, right?
Yep.
The first area is personal care. So when Jake started with her business 5 years ago, back when she was 5.
When I was 25.
When Jake was 25, she didn't have a lot of money. She just had gotten out of college, but Jake, I was just really impressed at your, how you figured out how to get a wardrobe together. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I wanted to look professional. I wanted to kind of look the part. And up until that point, I had been an athlete, so I wore sweats and a sweatshirt every day to school. And yeah, I am camping. I'm camping. Yeah, I am camping, so it's a little bit different. But I wore sweats and a sweatshirt. I went hair in a bun, and that was what I wore. And then before I started my network marketing business, I was managing an urban farm, and so I was in scrubs, and I didn't have any reason to get dressed up or to look professional. And so when I was taking this business on, I knew that I wanted to change that a little bit. And so I went to places like I went to H&M. H&M is an awesome place to get there, and they do they copy all of the latest trends, but in a really inexpensive way. And so I got little blazers for super cheap, and they always have huge sales. I also went to trade stores like Crossroads, which is it's used stuff, but it's nice stuff. And so I had my focus on what is it that I wanted to put out to the world? How did I want to appear to the world? And I put a decent wardrobe together for a 25-year-old with not much money.
And you also recruited people onto your team that were hairdressers.
I did do that. And makeup artists. Yeah, I recruited hairdressers and makeup artists. So when we would go to events, we had all of our girls would be doing each other's hair and makeup. So it wasn't like we had to go hire somebody to do our hair. But now we do. Now I go get my hair done to have a professional do it, or my team member. But if I'm going to be at an event where I don't have team there, I go pay to have someone do it.
You always want to realize, guys, that whenever you're in front of people, people are looking at you. So if you're doing a Zoom call like this, I could be naked from the waist down, but in the top, I want to look good. And, that means that you're taking good care of yourself. It means that you're taking care of your skin, taking care of your health. Maybe you're getting regular facials if you can afford them, or maybe you're just doing a facial for yourself, but really making sure that you are looking the part of a professional, healthy entrepreneur, because that's what people want. They want to join that. So personal care, really big. The second thing is personal change, investing in personal change. And Lisa Gurney, I know you're on the call today, and we did a personal change workshop last weekend. And Lisa is a single mom, doesn't have a lot of money, but she believed in her mentors, myself and her sponsor, that it was important for her to come to this personal change seminar. And so it was an inexpensive seminar, about $150. And there are a lot of those things out there, but there are free things out there too. And Jake, talk a little bit about that, because you were alluding to that when you were talking about the CDs that you listened to when you were training for basketball.
Yeah, so there are tons of little meditations that you can and visualization kind of steps that you can take that are free. So YouTube is a great resource for that. They have tons of free. I actually listened to one I started a few weeks ago. It's an 8-hour long meditation for manifesting wealth and luck and all of that, and there's no words in it, so I don't have to worry about what language is being put in my brain. If it's I don't have to listen to all 8 hours of it to make sure it's good stuff. It's just tones. It's like music and tones, and I love doing that. That's the thing that doesn't take any effort on my part except to hit play, and it's free. And so there's tons of stuff out in the world like that you can take on. There are lots of books that you can a lot of books are actually online as PDFs that you can get without even having to buy them. So you can
and there's something called a library. A library.
Yes,
you get a little card and you go in and you can check them out. And you can also get free downloads on Audible and Kindle from your library. It's really, really cool. So it is out there. I do want to say though, when Jake was training for basketball and volleyball, it was really important that she not have a million different coaches telling her a million different things. Right? Because that was just going to really mess her up. She had some shoulder issues. And if she knew that if she did something that this guy told her to do that wasn't in alignment with what some other guy told her to do, it was not going to work for her. So you really want to be careful about choosing who you're listening to. And we're going to talk about that in our Facebook group. We're going to talk about how do you choose who to listen to. So if you want to know more about that, join our Facebook group. If you're not in our parent company, if you're in our parent company, we won't let you into the group because if you're not on our team, we can't give you coaching. And if you are on our team, we're already giving you that coaching. So if you're not on our team, you can go to our Facebook group and join it. And you can hear about how to choose who you're listening to, not just for personal change, but also for ongoing education about this business that we're in. So we need ongoing education, number one, from our company. So that's the first thing. Like, I don't ever want to hear from somebody that they're going to a personal change retreat or a generic network marketing event or a generic online marketing event, and that's why they can't come to, and that's how come they're not coming to my company event. Company events are number one, and you ought to know when your company conferences are. Those are the big rocks that go into your calendar. Now this summer, Jake and I are going to be traveling. We've already been to one big event. We're going to another one next month and probably another one in August. So know when those big events are happening. It's so important for you to be there and for you to start building your team and bringing them along with you. I have a goal of always having at least one person with me at every event. So company sponsored events, number one. And if you have to sleep in your car, if you have to room with 6 women, whatever you have to do, you want, hi Anna, you want to get to these company sponsored events. That's job number one. But the job number 2 is the training that you can get outside of your company. And that is, we didn't realize how valuable that was until a few years ago. How to get training from outside of your company. And that's really what we're going to dive into deep in our group, in our Facebook group. We're going to talk about how do you choose what mentors to listen to, because there's a lot out there. And if you've got shiny object-itis and you're just like, oh, I'm going to do that. No, I'm going to do that. You're not going anywhere. And Jake, that was true for you. I know that happened for you a lot in sports. And you really, I remember in the 10th grade, you really started to get focused about that. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, definitely. We're gonna talk about this more in our group too.
Yeah.
But yeah, like making sure I really made sure that, you know, I found a couple of coaches that I believed in their philosophy, that I trusted, and I put my blinders on and followed them, because I wanted to really give their philosophy the old college try. I wanted to see if it worked. And then, and I did always evaluate, we did always evaluate what was working. And if there's something needed to change, then we did make those changes. So it was trusting their guidance, but I also wanted to make sure that it was the right thing as we went along.
Cool.
So yeah, you can get there's a link to our Facebook group in the description of this post. You will have to answer some questions to get in. If you don't answer the questions, you will not be allowed in. So you do have to answer them. Getting a lot of people requesting and not answering the questions.
We've got a lot of people from our parent company that are requesting, and we're sorry, but we agreed to not let people from our company into this group, to not give you coaching. If you're on our team, you're already getting our coaching. We're not giving you anything you wouldn't be getting directly from us. But if you're not on our team and you're with our company, we cannot let you into the group. So yeah, so if you're with our company, just don't request, just keep showing up for these and keep showing up. If you're on our team, just keep showing up for training. We give a lot out of it. So just to regroup what we said today, this is the 4th part of our mindset training. This is about investing in yourself, and there's 3 ways to do that: personal care, personal change, and ongoing education, both from your company and outside mentors. And if you join our Facebook group, we'll talk about how do you choose the right mentors to listen to? How do you choose them? You only want 1 or 2. And we're going to teach you some tips and tricks about how to do that. So that's all I've got. How about you, Bakes? You got anything else?
That's it. All we got.
That's it. Thanks so much. We're Jake and Joy from jakeandjoy.com. Have a fabulous rest of your day. And you know what? I'm going live on Friday all by myself. Can't wait.
So fancy. She's so fancy. All right, we'll see you. You'll see her on Friday. You'll see both of us together next week on Wednesday.
Bye.
Bye, you guys.